Hi everyone, and welcome to this new part of the tutorial series. And now we are focusing on the true ending speedrun. So we have just defeated Halfdan and gotten the axe. And before moving on, just quickly I will explain the technique of axe jumping. I'll explain it in more details in the video for any percent. So have a look at this if you want more detail. But basically the axe that we got now is magnetic, so we can use it like this, for instance with the cloak, to jump to higher positions. But the trick is that we can also jump mid-air. So if we maintain the cloak and throw the axe down and jump at the moment where we throw the axe acts as a small platform for a little bit of time, and we can jump off that. And it's pretty useful to stay in the air or gain height, and we'll use this technique in the following. So have a look at the other video. What's more, you can slide on this small platform before jumping. So here if I hold slide, you see that I'm getting speed by doing this jump. So sometimes I can lose speed, but mostly I will gain speed, and we'll also use that. So keep these techniques in mind. They can be combined with the macro as well. So if you push the macro and keep it pushed, you will slide. Again, more detail in the any percent video. Alright, so for true ending we need to collect the 4 secret upgrades, and those are hidden behind time trials. And usually you would need to do the time trial. That unlocks another area behind the golden door, and you get the upgrade there. Now, we don't have time for time trials, we are speedrunners. So it turns out that we'll be able to skip 2 of them, but not the first ones. So what we want to do right now is to go to the double jump time trial. So let's do this. Here you can stomp, you can put a blink. Well, I didn't get a very good stomp. And then I don't have a perfect movement to arrive here yet. Maybe there are good setups, but you can get some boosts when you land here sometimes, and this is good if you can keep some speed. But this is kind of a smaller optimization. So we go there. The wire is destroyed, but we don't mind. We don't actually use it now in this route. So we don't have to restart from save to get it back. So here you want to move as fast as you can. If you have a boost before, it's better. And here there's a small setup that I use to get to the door easily. So I would stand here and stomp here, jump at the end and macro. So usually that's okay, but if it fails like right now, you can always back it up with axe jumps or also some axe climbs on the side. But usually, yeah, it works pretty well. So you would come here, do that, and just jump before the end of the platform there, and that's it. And macro, and you're fine. So here we'll break the door with the axe. And we have to cross this water, and let's just recall that we don't have Waterblink or Waterblink. So if I go in the water, I cannot do anything, and that's a mess. So I really want to avoid this. Now there are 2 setups that I use. The first one that I don't really use anymore would be to stand here on the edge, put the axe down, jump like this on the side, and then try to push on the wall with the axe like this. So you put the axe down, jump on the side, and so here I do a macro to help. Well, I'll do it manually to be fair, the stomp cancel. And you can see which direction I'm pushing. Ideally this should be a diagonal down right, but sometimes it messes up a little bit. And then you have to push left to go to the left. So as you can see, sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So now I tend to use another strat, which is sliding here on this floor, gaining some speed, and same, I will put the axe here and jump. But with the speed that I have, it should push me directly to the other side. And that's convenient because when you come from here and destroy the door, I mean, it's in the movement, right? You don't have to stop. So you would destroy the door, do this, and then go. Now, sometimes you may fail like this. So especially now I'm not really in the flow of the run. But something like this. And then when you're in the air, when you have passed the waterfall, you can, if you don't have enough speed yet, you can do a macro like I just did. And even if you miss, you can try to do some axe jumps. So here, you see, if you're in the water, worst case scenario, you just climb like this and you can gain a bit of height with a stomp cancel. But you can also do that as a backup if you don't get enough speed, say like this. Well, here I messed up because I got into the waterfall. So you still probably need to do one macro, but sometimes you still don't have enough speed. And you would do some axe jump like this. I mean, there I clearly had enough. I don't know if right now I can get a bad one. Oh, something like this, okay. Well, this was unfortunate because actually maybe the macro would have been enough and the axe pushed me back. So I guess these are things that happen. But yeah, you want to be careful with this waterfall, it will really push you down. But all in all, it's not too hard. Just keep in mind that you cannot directly slide on that if you don't have enough speed because it's an upward slope. But if you jump, it's enough. Like this. So then we want to activate the time trial and to do it as fast as we can. So when you get out of here, if you hold right slide and jump at the right time, you can get some pretty consistent boosts. So I jump here and jump here again and slide, and you see I get some pretty consistent boost here. Here I can stomp, jump and do the macro for instance to reach that place. You can also do it like the backup for the airskip from here if you have enough speed. Something like this. The point is just to reach that place. Even if you're here, you can just do it with the axe. And then what I would do is something like go there and like this, exactly. So this kind of movement where I stick the axe somewhere around here, like a bit above this corner in the floor. So, I mean, really where I land, but somewhere around here. And with the speed that I have, it should put me in the right setup to get good speed. And then I would macro twice, throw the axe up. And so I gain a bit of speed. Now I have, I think, the maximum speed. And then I would look at the background to see if I'm in a good place. So, like, the tower should be around here, this mountain also, this is not too bad. I mean, we might run out of time because I was explaining, but I will show it again. And then when you get lower, you see the mountain in the background. Maybe I'm a bit too much to the right now, actually. And yeah, you see, so I'm arriving, actually I was a bit too much to the left, maybe. But I'm arriving more or less on the stave church, which is what we want. Now the difficulty is that we don't have the map to guide us. So you have to get this feeling of where you are. If you don't get this nice boost in the beginning or this movement, try to adapt a bit with blinks. So here I didn't get it, so I would do some things like a macro or axe jumps to try not to lose too much time. Well, this is not perfect, but it's fine, I mean. You have plenty of time. Here, okay, I didn't get the thing, so... You see, just adapt. We have plenty of time to arrive there. So I should be more or less at the right place now. If you can blink directly into this, great. And here you can also use the axe to boost yourself a little bit while falling. And now we don't want to play that cutscene. So what we're going to do is to do the quit to menu trick. Like this, just before we land into the bubble. And when we reload, we'll be back at the trial and the trial will be completed. So this saves a little bit of time because usually when you arrive, she's stuck in the bubble, then it shows the map with a golden door, even though we don't have the map right now. So it saves a little bit. And after that, we're going to take the same path, basically, but now we're going to get double jump. So the difference would be that, okay, that was not that good. Here now we're going to the right, So we'll try to stomp and blink as much as we can. But before going to the next part, I actually want to save my position here. So let me try to show you. So we would try to get a bit of speed, blink when we can, blink on this, stomp on these things if we can, and get a boost here. So that we okay, I lost all the speed. That was really bad. But it's okay. So the idea is that normally we would take this wire to get to the upgrade. But we don't have anything to take wires, so we have to find another way. And we can do it without these abilities, but we need speed. So going back there, that's bad again. So you can get a pretty good boost from here, and if you jump, you see I can almost reach that directly. So if you can, what I'm doing is that I try to go for it, like for a good boost, and try to get it directly. If I don't get it, like this is a huge boost, but the problem is that when you have too much speed, it's hard to jump in the right place. If you jump here, you see it's kind of a hole. So if you slide jump from here, oops, so, well, the wire is also a problem. If you slide jump from here, you will jump to the left. This was not very clear on that. So you want to jump before, like more or less at the start of the wire, but before this hole here. But sometimes when you have too much speed, you cannot really control this. So let's try once again. Okay, I didn't get a lot of speed again. So here you see I can almost make it, and then actually if I do it well, like I could do the macro and then do an axe jump, and that might be enough. But say most of the time you won't get this, so from here, from the respawn point, I also have a setup. So I will show it first and then I'll try to explain. So getting some speed, jump, like this. So you jump, you do a diagonal left axe jump and a blink, and that should be good. Let's do it again. So from here, you see I will slide here and jump over the thing, blink, jump, 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 like this. Do the diagonal down left axe jump and then blink. And sometimes, I mean, you may fail, you may arrive actually too much to the left, not far enough, and miss the thing. Sometimes you actually bonk onto the magnet. So there are a lot of different situations. But my advice is this: you would go for the boost if you can, so the fast way, and then I'm really missing that a lot, like this kind of boost. And then it was almost okay, but I didn't get it, so I'm going for the backup. And this I should get consistently, like this. And it loses something like 4 or 5 seconds not getting it first time. So it's okay. Now we're here, so we slide and use the cloak to get on that thing, and we get double jump. And as for all the upgrades, we want to try to use them when we can. They facilitate a bit some movement, and also they can help if we're in a dire situation, just to back up. So here we get double jump, and that's a split. And we continue to go to Omniblink. So from there, use the cloak, double jump, slide. So you get onto here. Be careful, because if you activate slide here, she will stomp because of the wire. So either hold slide or release it. But from here we also need to escape this place, because we cannot take the wire. So what I do is that I slide to the left here. So be careful once again with this. Then jump, and then double jump and macro. So let me do it a bit more naturally, like this. So here I release, I slide again, double jump, macro, manual macro, and then cloak. So this manual macro that I do here is so that I can hold slide but have the blink, because if I hold the macro button I will slide, sure, but I cannot blink anymore because the blink button is already pressed. So if I do the normal stomp, normal slide button instead, please don't stomp, I can blink. And the point here is a little bit like for the well bounce. We want to have speed, so we use the cloak so that we get speed, getting attracted to this magnet, and then we have to release it, of course, else we get stuck next to it. And then we try to keep the speed for the further movement. So let's show that again from up there. So something like this, macro, manual, cloak, and try to get some speed. Here it was not that good, but it's okay. And then here you can adapt, you put some blinks, some double jumps, etc. Here, just be careful not to go to the left. So it's quite easy actually. If you slide, you just need to push right. And when she lands on that platform, she will start to slide right. I usually also try to blink there, just in case. So something like this. Then you fall down. So again, this is not optimal movement right now, but it's fine. You destroy this door. I would slide and double jump, try to fall here. And sometimes you get a boost here, like right now, sometimes you don't. So again, it's a bit a matter of adapting. Just be careful because here she has a tendency to bonk on that thing. So whatever you have, try to jump over the edge of the bridge. The edges, actually this one is the same. And here, you know the story, we cannot take the wire. So if you have enough speed, that's nice. But the basic idea is to double jump and then axe jump. Double jump, axe jump, double jump, axe jump. Something like this to gain enough height to reach here. So let's do that again. So you would come like this, double jump, axe jump. You can use like, again, macro or manual stomp cancel to reach here. And then do an axe jump and reach here. Be careful again, there's a wire, so it's possible to stomp. So if you want to slide, either hold slide already or wait after you have passed the wire. Alright. And now we are going to go get Omniblink, but before that there's a very useful trick that makes this run much more tractable. So we'll see that in just a second. Let me show the movement. So something like this. In the water there's the current, the stream, so it's okay. Here you want to put the axe here and like that. So here, well, it was a bit unfortunate that she stomped there, but that's really the idea. So you want to oh, come on please. So you want to arrive here. So you see here actually the water is just the background. You're not actually in the water, or at least it's not like the swimming animation like you have before. But when you fall, the idea is to try to stick the axe when you land here, so that Lumina will be pushed to the left quite fast and we don't arrive in this pool of water, because swimming is very slow. And our objective is to reach this part of the map here, this side. So our friend here, the dead Teslamancer, is holding a very useful item. So on this log that you cannot see here, but around that place, there is a Waterblink wire blink. And that's probably a remnant of where it was supposed to be initially or something like this. If you play casually, when you reach this place you already have it, so you never notice anything. But really this is a game changer for our runs, because we can get it without having to go defeat Huldrless, and this will allow us to now blink in the water and also to use the wire. So again, here, see, I'm using the blink button, nothing's happening. I'm gonna go there, so around here, and now magically I can use wire blink and water blink. So I just want to show again this movement here, because it was not really good the first time. So it would come from here. Like for now we wouldn't have it, so I'm not going to use it. Just take the stream of water, put the axe down when you reach that place, and you can macro and double jump here, you know, to even gain more distance. And you would arrive here and slide. So same, hold slide or use it really at the end, because if you use it too high you will stomp and this will destroy this log, and this is not really what we want. Especially because if you're not getting the item, then it goes into the water and stuff, so we really don't want to destroy this log. But once you have the item, just take the waterfall, and now we can do things pretty normally. So here, we don't have power slide, so we need to destroy this block with the axe. And a good place to do it is where I'm here, like kind of 1 lumina away from the center or below this kind of thing in the ceiling. Well, I'm a bit too much to the right there, so here it's better. And then slide under that thing. So you need a bit, so you see you need a bit of speed for Lumina to slide. If you try to slide next to it, she will not initiate the slide, so you need to move a little bit. And that's the same when we want to exit here. You need to move a little bit before sliding. If not, she can get kind of stuck. You can also blink to make it easier. Alright, so now we're ready to start this time trial, which we do pretty basically, or at least as we were doing before. So we'll try to go to the church by this path where we were coming from. Here I would do a double jump and blink into this waterfall. Here you can also try to grab if you stand like around here like this. You see, like I could use a double jump, and then if you do a full jump and also do a macro to gain a bit more height, you should not be too close to the ledge as you will grab it, but you can grab this thing. Or rather, you can go on top of it without grabbing, which helps a little bit. So here you can take the wire, try to avoid the edges of the bridge. And here I usually like just use double jump like this to gain some speed. Here you can get some boost if you jump in the right place, somewhere like here. Well, I didn't. I will not have enough time, so I will just redo it properly. But then, yeah, you basically just jump off and go to the stave church, and then do the same cutscene skip, and that's it. There's not much more to it. So let's do this challenge properly this time. Oh yeah, usually actually I double jump and then use the axe, and then I think like 1 or 2 blinks, but then you can take this wire, then push you down, and then when you're in the air, do the cutscene skip, and that's it. The challenge is done, and now we just need to get Omniblink. So we go there. Here, what I usually do is from here I will blink and stomp and hold slide. So something like this, and then it brings me in the right place, and well, sometimes it gets a bit stuck, but that's it. So we get Omniblink there, and that's another split. And that's where I'll stop this video, so see you in the next part.